Quit the pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes.
We are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather, and off we go from Jacksonville. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw. Huntley. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Henry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Henry will score. Touchdown, Tennessee. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Operating from the gun, Huntley. They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. He'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, Huntley. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jamal Agnew with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week, and now he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
79 Broncos. Drop 50, drop 50.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14. And it was the visiting Jaguars who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Jacksonville.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Huntley to throw.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Titans are going to take over at their own 41. So first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
On 2nd down, here's Henry.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They'll run it again with Henry. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Henry up the middle.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun with Henry. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
59 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. 7-7, our score after 1. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Back to throw, Willis.
And that is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Bullock's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And it's still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Back to throw. Huntley. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Huntley. Got his man complete. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on third down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Again, it's Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Inside handoff, Henry. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Willis.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
19.
Off the option, here's Henry.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
To throw on 3rd down. Huntley, pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep is Tavon Austin. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Touchdown, Titans! Traylon Burks, 74 yards. And the Titans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Bowling good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Fading here in the second quarter. Not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 2nd and 12, Willis to the end zone, but it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Bullock's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. From the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. 3rd down, it's Willis. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That's Foley Fadukasi who got in there and finished off the play. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
19 strike.
Throwing to start the drive. Huntley. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. On the return, here's Agnew. And that one, a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. A quick throw complete out to Isabella. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They're going to try and throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains. Here's Huntley.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Panther 50, Panther 60, Panther 11, Panther 11. 60 Nazareth, 60 Cup 19, Cup 19, Cougar 19.
To throw, Huntley.
They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Mustang 19, Dragon 60.
They'll look to throw again. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line. Back to throw again. He'll buy some time right.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Off the play fake.
Huntley.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Here's Mostert.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jamal Agnew with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that cuts this lead down to 13.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Here we go, here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
On third, here's an option play right.
Willis hits the turf, sliding down and picking up the first.
The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Off the option, here's Henry.
And he's got room. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
146 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry.
His 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Fielded right around the 8. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Jaguars take over a first down 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Caleb Farley.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So a fourth quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Let's go now.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things. with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That's good for a Jaguars.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert.
And some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
67 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
50 Bison, 50 Bison, 70 Ryan, Pepper 50, Pepper 60. Riggs.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
19 White. Buffalo 18. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Operating from the gun, Huntley. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one in the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the 4th quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Tough spot for Willis and the Titans, now facing 3rd and long following the sack.
18 target, 18 target. 50 target, 50 target.
They'll set up a throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first.
Charles, a lot of happy fans.